Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. We are back. It is January 3rd and we are on Io. We are over here in Giant Scar for Xur Day. So when you guys land in Giant Scar, we'll travel over to his little cave and see what he's got for this weekend. Just a reminder for Xur, if you guys are tuning in, he's only here from the daily reset on Friday, which is going to be 9 a.m. Pacific time, to daily reset on Tuesday when everything actually resets for the week. He goes away until he comes back again on Friday. So here he is in his cave. All right, so we've got a couple things to talk about. Just a reminder though, the exotic engram is a good thing to make sure you pick up if you're still trying to acquire everything to complete your collections. Now, one thing to remember, if you are going for a good roll, and when I say good roll, everything that he is selling usually has a pretty crappy roll. Stat totals, as you can see, this one's 48, 50, 51. They're never going to be that high because it is the same as your collections for your character. But if you do have everything, it's good to buy it up here. But if you are missing pieces, complete your collection first, especially if it's something you care a little less about or just want to make sure you have the function to use it. And then up here is where you're going to be going for your high stat rolls. So just keep that in mind. Now, also remember up here it is kind of character based. So if you are missing something for a Titan and you're on your Warlock that has pretty much all the armor, you're still only going to be getting random armor over there for your Warlock, not your Titan. Also, once you have all the weapons that are available from the engrams, non-quest related exotics basically, this will only give you armor, which is a good thing because we're all going for those good stat rolls. So, once you guys, if you got the shards, buy that thing. I highly recommend it. But exotic gear, we've got our weapon first. So we've got Lord of Wolves. It's a pretty cool shotgun. If you're looking to grind out Python, do some good things, it's still pretty powerful. There's no question. So they've changed this thing a little bit, and the ability to switch firing modes that you want to use makes this thing powerful lots and lots of places, which is crazy. So, we've got the shrapnel launcher. And it fires a powerful short-range burst of solar damage. It's usually 3 in the normal firing mode, and then I believe it's 5 in the normal firing mode, and then 10 when you go into the crazy mode. And then over here, you've got Release the Wolves. So you hold R to swap to a longer, more powerful burst. A little harder to control on console, to my knowledge. PC controls this thing pretty well. Either way, it's like a 10-shot burst really fast instead of 5. If you're on PvP, this thing just melts, because I think range is even a little better as well. All in all, if you don't have this weapon, please, you want to buy this thing because it's got a lot of function right now. It's not been nerfed into the ground or anything, so they've changed something to it, and it's still pretty potent. So my advice, buy this thing, use it, have a little fun. You got composite stock, extended mag, and chambered compensator as well. For the armor, we are going to start with the Hunter. We've got Stompies. So these are your jumpy boots. Increase sprint speed and slide distance. Definitely functional for PvP if you want to hover over a doorway. Double jump higher. Also sliding, important for definitely many PvP engagements. Improves high jump, strafe jump, and triple jump. So you're definitely going to get a boost out of those. This one does come with an arc affinity, and that's going to limit you to the weapons of bows, machine guns, pulse rifles, shotguns, and what is the other one? Swords. Sorry, I knew there was one. Swords, those are all your options. You've got primary ammo scavenger. You've got ammo scavengers here as well. And then, of course, weapon dexterity. Those are all your boot options. And it is arc affinity on these stats. But remember, 48 for a stat roll, pretty weak. But if you do need to complete a collection, definitely a cheap way to get a hold of them. Another pair of boots. This is for the Titans. We've got the Dunemarchers. Another arc affinity, so weapon options are going to be the same. They are boots, so same with your weapon dexterity and, of course, your scavenger options. Perk here is linear actuators. Increases sprint speed, so usually a good thing, again, in PvP, trying to cover ground. Sprinting builds up a static charge. After melee attacking an enemy, that charge will chain damage to nearby enemies. So if you do manage to run into a group and you punch somebody, for example, that will chain to other enemies. But the sprint speed is usually the biggest thing here. Some people just want to cover more ground in PvP. It's a good way to do it. Pretty straightforward perk here. Kind of always cool, bright and shiny here on the Titan. Finally, we come to the Warlock. Always a very awesome looking one. Looks like it kind of fell out of the movie Kroll. Somebody comment below if you know what movie I'm talking about. So this one is going to be Heightened Senses is your intrinsic perk. Standing in a rift grants you and your allies heightened senses, allowing you to retain your radar while aiming down sights. Additionally, nearby powerful enemies, which does include guardians in case you're questioning, are visually marked and can be tracked without line of sight. Usually it's a radius of about 30 meters, somewhere kind of within your radar, I believe. But you can literally stand behind a wall, put a rift down, and you can see through walls and see where the enemies are going to be coming. It's not one that's like crazy OP in PvP, but if you're trying to be a little more potent with shotgun kills, or you want to wait around corner and know that people are coming, it has some interesting uses. I've seen people use it very well. I don't think it's crazy in the meta. I don't hear about this thing being broken, but you can see how it's going to give you a nice benefit if you're playing short range combat, working on shotgun kills, anything of that nature. If you have a rift up and you're standing in it, for one, you're going to have the potency of the rift, one way or the other, healing or empowerment, and two, you're going to know when enemies are coming no matter which direction. More of a PvP one, less benefit in PvE. Not really like you have to try and hunt down your enemies in PvE, but PvP, it's going to be an interesting thing to mess around with for some of you guys. We've got a Void affinity here, which is going to give you your reserve options on also your unflinching aim on grenade launchers, hand cannons, scout rifles, sidearms, and sniper rifles. Pretty popular combination between sniper rifles and grenade launchers when it comes to PvE options, so kind of a weird cross here. More PvE affinity versus PvP perks, but that's up to everybody. So that pretty much does it. Xur here, again, he is on IO in Giant Scar over at his little cave. If you do not have Lord of Wolves, make sure you buy it. If you have everything down here, then this will grant you something new if your collection is incomplete. Otherwise, enjoy your new random rolled piece of armor. Hopefully you get a good stat roll. If you guys haven't checked out the experience grind video that I put up a couple days ago, definitely a good way during the dawning to get a lot of experience, so check that one out as well. I'll have that video here at the end for you guys. Thank you very much. Have an awesome one. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon.